Hey everybody, it's Peter from Brantford Kia. We're here at the Canadian International Auto Show and we have access to a car that we haven't shown you yet, but we can order today. So this is the Kia Soul EV. This is the 2020 model. It's a new model for us. So there's a lot about this car that we know, a little bit we don't know. So this is a pre-production model. A couple things could change between now and then. And the thing I just found out is what I'm excited about is I see a sign here that says 385 kilometers of range. Now that's not quite official yet, but what we do know about this car is it has the same EV motor and same EV battery as the Kia Niro, which 385 is the range on that car. So this is going to be very, very similar, we think, but that's not official yet. But it should give you an idea of where we're headed with this car. This is a real replacement for a regular gasoline car. So let's take a look at the front end first. Typical 2020 Kia Soul stuff. We're going to have another video of that up online. You can check that out on our YouTube channel of the regular 2020 Soul. This one, however, is the EV model, so a little bit different aerodynamics. One thing that's sort of gone from this car, which is a bit of a surprise to me, is Kia's been doing their Tiger Nose grille for a long time. So the EV model, it has a little bit of detailing down here and here to give you that Tiger Nose grille, but it's really muted. It's really all about being a Kia Soul and styling, and it looks, of course, exactly like the regular Kia Soul with some real nice changes. So you've got some aerodynamic details here. This is still a false grille like it is in our car. And the down here you've got some panels here. Again, all about aerodynamics on this car. You've got LED headlights. So again, the LED running lights are on right now. They may flicker for you in camera. They do that on camera, of course. For in real life they're steady. But you do have LED headlights down here. You've got some marker lights down here as well. Signals will be down there. So, a little bit of similarity to the Forte if you look at some of the details in there, the 2019 Kia Forte. We're going to come around the side here. We're going to take a look at the side. So one thing I want to talk about with the EV, we've always done these two color tones. So this one, of course, is red up top, white on the bottom. The big thing I'm really happy about is we also have very normal looking color tones. So I think this is going to be a very normal looking car. If you wanted to, you won't be able to tell the difference to most people between a gasoline and an electric one, unless you're a bit of a Kia nerd like me. One detail that the Kia Soul is going to is this is kind of a new thing. So when you look at the car from the side, to a lot of people it's going to look similar because the profile is the same, but this is sort of a nice little detail that sort of gives you that floating roof kind of look, and it says Soul up there. So we used to have that on the Soul in the front panels. Now we've got it in the rear panels back here. As we come along back, you can really see what the lights look like, and I haven't seen this with the lights on yet. So this is, again, typical Kia Soul stuff for 2020. If you see some of these on the road, when the lights wrap around down here, that's your 2020 Kia Soul. They never used to wrap quite in like that. They also never used to have this panel up here. So you've now got a sort of a reflective panel up there, integrated brake light, and the lights really wrap around. So kind of a cool look. I'm gonna pop the trunk open for a second. Underneath the trunk, you've got a multi-layer floor here. Now the stereo's on the car, hopefully that doesn't interfere much. You do have a single stage 1 charger. We'll talk about charging in 1 second. But this floor here can come level with the floor, or you can go deeper like it is right now. It gives you a little bit more space, and I think cargo space in the Kia Soul is gonna be a little bit bigger than it was before, just by looking at it. I haven't got the specs on me right now. We're gonna hop in the driver's seat, and I'm gonna show you real quickly what's going on inside the car. All right, we'll turn the radio down. The big thing you're gonna notice when you hop into 2020 Kia Soul is if you get this upper trim levels, and again, every EV will be an upper trim level, 10.25 inch screen, so 10.25 inch screen. So you've got a lot of standard Kia stuff here, and then you've got an extra section over here now. That seems to be how they're gonna be dividing it. If you look at the home screen, it's all in about 3 sections now. So again, you may not be able to see it great on camera. We'll get some pictures for you later for that. But that's gonna be typical Kia Soul stuff in the higher trim levels. It's still a smaller screen in the lower trim levels is what we expect. Automatic climate control. So the Kia Soul EV is all about loaded. Everything that you can get on a Soul is going to have it. So some differences you're going to see is a heads-up display is new. So there's a button down here where you can adjust that heads-up display, just like our Kia Stinger. And that's going to be available in other Souls as well, we're expecting. Every safety feature we have on the Kia Soul is pretty much going to be available in this car, from lane keeping assist and blind spot detection, all those kinds of things. Lots to talk about. Big difference you're going to find between the EV and the regular Soul is right here. This is more of a digital transmission. So the old Kia Soul had a real manual, just felt like the regular automatic transmission. So now you've got this round circle, and the same thing is in the Niro EV. So you've got a digital system, P for park, turn it to drive, turn it to reverse, similar to our Kia in function, or our Stinger in function, but a little different look there as well. Heated and cooled seats, drive modes. You've got, like I said, the paddle shifters are going to help with regenerative braking. It has no real transmission in the car, but that's going to work on regenerative braking. So that's why you see paddle shifters here. Kia, the Soul used to be known for square on the outside, round on the inside. So they've toned down some of the round. You used to have round vents, round everything else. Now you've got sort of these keyhole looking vents on the side, but you still have a lot of roundness. So these are unique controls on the Soul. They don't share that look with any other car in our lineup. And again, that round gear shift, so still a lot of round details here. Instead of having the floating screen like we do in a lot of our cars now, you still get the screen inside the dash, vents above, so very similar thing. Big thing I noticed in the new Soul, 2020 Soul, any Soul, Seats are better. They're just a little bit bigger. They feel a little better. They stretch nice and long underneath my legs here. These are going to be powered seats. A lot of similar look on the door panel to the Forte as far as the buttons go. We've got a new detailing up here. And again, this is all 2020 Kia Soul stuff. So let's talk charging for a second. If you're interested in this car, we do know, again, stage 1 charger comes with the car. You're never going to use that to charge. You're going to get a stage 2 charger. Come on over this side and we'll show you what you do. You're going to get a power station like this. You're going to put that in your garage. That is a stage 2 charger. That plugs into the front of the car, and it's about 9.25 hours to go for a full charge. Now that may seem like a very long time, but we're talking a pretty good range on this car. Again, this isn't official, but that's a big charge. The big thing with this one is Petro-Canada just announced at the show that they're going to be putting charging stations in a lot of their gas stations. So when you're looking for a stage 3 charger, you're going to plug a stage 3 charger into this car, and you're going to be able to get 80% of a charge in between 60 to 75 minutes. So that's going to be 80% of a pretty good range for a lunch stop, and you can go a long ways. This is a car that can replace a gasoline car, and we're pretty excited about it. So if you want to order this car today, we can do that at our dealer. We've already sold 5 Niros. We've sold more Niro EVs than anybody in the country at this point. We're committed to being a leader on these cars, on EVs. If the Soul is more your style than the Niro, we can order that for you as well. So give us a call, 519-304-6542. You can reach us online, internetsales@brantfordkia.ca. We are committed to being a leader on this car, and we'll get you more information as we go forward. Thanks everybody for watching.